what your mentally ill partner really wants, and needs, from you. Dating anyone involves a certain amount of nonsense. It's one of those ridiculous things that humans do and then make a big mess of and then do again. Don't ask me to explain it. Dating someone with a mental illness is a whole different set of nonsense. Not the nonsense that the media will have you believe. Movies and TV shows have stitched us up pretty royally in this department. We won't burn down your house or chase you around a nightclub trying to kill you. That's the Terminator. You're thinking of the Terminator. No, your mentally ill partner isn't a bomb waiting to go off, they just have a set of needs that might differ from yours. Here's what your mentally ill partner really wants, and needs, from you. We don't want your cookie-cutter "you can do this. I believe in you" bullshit. We don't want you to refer to our serious depressive episodes getting sad sometimes. Or say that we're nervous when we're suffering with debilitating anxiety. Get on Google. Learn a book. Ask Siri for the 411 on the illness that your romantic bonk buddy has, and then be honest and non-judgmental about it. There's always more for you to learn, but luckily there are an incredible amount of free resources for you to use. Do ask your partner directly what they need, and whether there's anything they'd recommend we read that is non-stigmatizing. But don't rely on them to be an exhaustive encyclopedia for everything to do with their condition. It can get kind of tiring. Help us with our boring chores. Go with us to our doctor's appointments if we're feeling too overwhelmed to go on our own, or plan to meet us afterwards for a donut. Take us for walks when we haven't left the house much lately. Cook with us. Prompt us to do laundry or to shower. Remind us to take our meds. That one's important, so I'm going to say it again. Remind us to take our meds. If you know we're using certain therapy exercises, prompt us to do them at home. If you know that mindfulness and meditation have helped us in the past, do them with us on the days where we can't really be bothered to initiate any kind of self-care. There will be good days and there will be bad days, and there will be days when we cry more than we talk, when we can barely bring ourselves to get out of bed to pee. There will be things that we can't do yet, things that other people find easy. We need you to be as patient on these days as you are on the days where we're functioning okay. Impatience and exasperation just make us feel ashamed of something we can't control. If you're exhausted, take a break. Send us a loving message and a funny meme, and then take a breather. Recovery isn't a linear process, and as frustrating as that can be, that's how it is. It involves slow, deliberate effort on our end, help from professionals, a whole lot of trial and error. However frustrating and exhausting you find the whole thing, I promise you that it's even worse for us. So be patient. Have a margarita. Put an audiobook on. When a mentally ill person says that they can't do something, that isn't a challenge or an invitation to prove them wrong. We might be saying that we're right on the limit of what we can deal with, and attempting to do the thing we've said we can't do will push us over the edge. We might be saying that we have a lot of associated trauma or anxiety with said thing, and we aren't yet at a place where we can do it with ease. Respect that. Don't make us feel embarrassed for struggling. We know other people do this with ease, and we're probably beating ourselves up enough for everyone. Work on alleviating the shame, and working with us on gradual and constructive ways to tackle the problem. Have social anxiety? Here and number 039, How to Negotiate Christmas. Why I really hope my parents don't read my mental health blog. Can religion actually help you recover from mental illness? Why is it so much easier to talk about mental health online than in real life? Your well-being doesn't cease to matter just because your partner has an illness. Nor does it take second place. Your limits are valid, and if you're finding yourself strung out and exhausted and with no time to look after yourself, something has gone seriously wrong. Talk to your partner about this. Ask their needs and state yours. Then work together to build something that can sustain and protect you both. Don't push down your problems or your worries to save them. It won't help them, and it will only make you miserable. In a loving relationship, both parties are taken care of. If this isn't the case, then there's a problem. A mental illness isn't a valid reason to mistreat, threaten, or abuse, and you're always allowed to leave in situations where you're not happy. The world is pretty SHT to people who are mentally ill. Even if we can avoid disclosing it, we still have to deal with ignorant comments from pretty much every direction. Being open about it means even more risks, losing friends, work opportunities, housing. And God forbid we ever actually have a bad episode around anyone else. Even people who don't mean harm can end up doing huge damage with a passing comment. So it's not surprising that feeling as though we're unlovable is a pretty common side effect of living with a mental illness in this world. Work against that, if you can. Don't give more than you can give, but tell us that you're there for us, that you love us and that you don't think it makes us less to have this illness. Moving in with your partner can actually be pretty lonely. Why we shouldn't be ashamed of going to relationship therapy. Can we please stop telling people they're hypochondriacs?